Hello, good afternoon. It's Karen. I just wanted to say something that I um I did one video where I used my own music and I set that music to AI storyboards, and I was happy with it because for me to actually go out and shoot it would have cost me over $1,000. My music doesn't make very much money, because, again, the algorithm is pushed down to a point because I'm an independent. The algorithm um, intentionally keeps the numbers low, so we won't get paid as much because the major labels dominate the whole, whether it's music videos, live streaming, Spotify, you name it, they dominate the entire scene. Very rarely, if at all, an independent will ever get picked up in their numbers. Song could be one of the greatest songs in the world and they'll still have low numbers. So this is my experience. So what I decided to do is I didn't want to buy any more credits of AI towards AI anything. I don't have anything against AI, but there's a consensus that because AI is putting a lot of people out of business, a lot of places won't support AI. Australia just banned all AI productions, whether it's music or whatever. So this is the crazy part, and I think it's a good thing, but however, so I've just released 2 videos that have clips in them that are just video clips of me and video clips that I have, and I used instead of using AI, and it's still good. It's not perfect, but then making a music video is the same as making a film, except for it's a lot shorter. So you have to plan it out just like you do a film. And that's why it gets so costly to actually get those shots. Is quite a bit of expense involved and to put out the quality. So I use an assembly edit. That's old school. That was the first thing I ever learned. And a lot of these other programs online that are video editors, you have to pay for a membership, and that can get costly too. They're anywhere from $35 to $50 a month, depending on what bells and whistles. So if you don't want to use AI at all, you don't have to. But then again, the quality or the story that you're trying to convey with AI, you can do it in a lot less time, but it does look fake. And it's like, so what? So yeah, I've been on the fence of this whole AI thing. I do believe that AI is going to help humanity and it's going to harm humanity. It will do both. And so I'm really trying to refrain from using AI because I don't want to buy any more credits. That's really what it comes down to. I just wanted to test it out. And yeah, a storyboard can be completed in no time. Where if you're doing a storyboard, you can plan it out. You can do it on a piece of paper, or you can just do an assembly edit as well, but it may not be as nice. But the thing is yeah, so the next 2 videos, I just released one video on my song I Love You But You Don't Love Me Anymore, and that's an assembly edit where I have a number of video clips and I've just put them all together into the storyline of the song, and that works. So good enough, because I'm independent. I'm not big budget. I can't get a big budget, and a lot of these industry people will not support me because they know I'm independent. I have no inclination of, you know, being a big part of the music industry anymore. So that's kind of my plan. And I still want to do my own thing and create art and still put out my music out there. So that's one of the few ways I have expressing. And again, people don't care if you as an artist want people to use their imagination. People communicate at present through videos. It's a video for this, video for that. Someone asked me today, there was a problem on an order form online that I couldn't get the item into my cart. It just kept cutting off, cutting off. And they said, well, could you take a video of you doing that? And I thought, oh, this is nuts. Anyway, yeah, I get videoed out to a certain point. Like, how much do I want to do? So it was because I bought into this program, 2 programs, that I felt, well, I want to use them because I paid for them. So if that helps me get my music a little bit more attention with the videos, insofar it's too soon to tell because it hasn't even been a week. So anyway, yeah, and yeah, like I can't get the support funding. Like I could go, there's Creative BC and whatever, and you have to have a much bigger audience, all this sort of stuff. So yeah, you just have to show that you're making so much money that then the Canadian government will come in and support a project if they're going to get the taxes off it. That's what it comes down to. So yeah, and I don't know. I'm just like testing out my abilities as far as what I can put out there. So I'm just going to keep putting out my independent stuff out there. Yeah, and a lot of Americans get the benefits of the Canadian tax credit towards their film projects because if they come here, and this is a big film industry here, it's cheaper. The only reason they come here is because it's cheaper for them to get the permits, and a lot of them get the help through the Canadian government, which the taxpayers paying for this industry. Really, when you come to think of it, no one cares about that. It's just like if it makes it a Hollywood and that film makes a lot of money, I'm sure the government gets their cut out of what they invested too. So it's quite the scheme. So anyway, yeah, I'm just small little independent, just trying to put my stuff out there. Barely get noticed. So doesn't matter. It's like either want to be a part of the industry or you don't. So anyway, I'm still being creative. I'm keeping busy with all this video stuff, and yeah, I hope people appreciate it because locally, at first I was really excited and say, "Hey, I got a video coming out," and I tell everybody, and that's how you do it. That's how you get support. Is you get support from people in your local community, wherever you shop or whoever is in your life. Then my sister, she was a big proponent of getting support for my music and getting the local support. She wanted to be my agent since I was 5, but anyway, yeah, sorry I can't be exploited. And also too, yeah, it's not a huge money maker, definitely not Beyonce. So anyway, yeah, so that's definitely not in the making. Like, yeah, if I had a magic wand and I was able to make a big vast fortune with what I do, I definitely, I think of my family first and I'd help my family. But yeah, life doesn't work out that way sometimes. You can't always turn it into a big project. I was at a production studio many years ago. I think it was Turtle. Yeah, it's where Sarah McLachlan had started when she moved to BC. And there was a stack. I think his name was Larry. there was a stack. Those CDs then. I have my first CD that I produced mostly in Vancouver, and I still proudly, well, I don't have it. Well, it's on my shelf, believe me. So, anyway, yeah. So he had a stack of CDs in his studio like this, and these were bands that come in. They did projects, and they're projects that weren't going anywhere. So that kind of tells you something right there. What are the odds? And the odds of the very few that actually make anything. So yeah, I'm just creating art and being independent. And last night I watched Under the Cherry Moon with Prince. That was his movie that flopped. I actually really, really loved it. So my taste is more artistic. And yeah, Prince was a big influence, and he was a big influence on my decision to stay independent. And also Prince, although he was a big, huge star, he influenced a couple of my songs too, because I put like funky guitar riffs into my song, and I made it into like funky danceable, and I love that. So yeah, that inspiration comes from Prince, and long live eternal Prince. So anyway, yeah, so that's what I'm doing for the time being, and it's definitely not gonna be like any major label artist video, but I still feel that the content is quality enough, and as long as they're willing to distribute it, I'm pretty happy. And that's the way I'm gonna stay for now. And considering I have all the odds stacked against me, if I get something out there, good going, girl. Anyway, okay, I've talked enough. Have a wonderful rest of the day, and I'll talk again soon. Okay, bye.